Let me just have a fucking sip of this. Well, shout out
So
to
what's
our
the deal
sponsor,
What? Shout out to sponsor.
Thatcher's Gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know, I've actually been to the place. You see that tower?
Yeah.
That's Glastonbury Tour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but you can actually go there.
Wow. That's Glastonbury Tour. That's
Yeah.
like down south.
Yeah, Somerset.
Somerset.
That's Somerset, mind.
Damn, mind.
Like,
And there's Somerset tree apple.
I've seen these trees, bruv.
You seen those apple
I've
trees?
seen these trees.
Damn.
So hello and welcome to the Visual Perspective podcast. Myself, CMHD, and we got a man like bloody mixed vibes there.
What's up, guys? How we doing? How we doing?
It's Saturday today, isn't it?
It is.
It is Saturday, yeah,
Indeed,
yeah.
It is indeed. Yeah.
That's a time for partying and dancing,
Yeah.
which you might know a bit about.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Intriguing.
Hey.
Alright. For those that don't know, yeah, what do you do?
Okay. Well, for me, if we're just talking about dancing, I've been doing hip hop, street dance / choreo for I'd say around 9 years now. So I've been doing it for a long time. It's really become a huge part of my identity, who I am, how I sort of just maneuver around in life is just become a part of my day-to-day lifestyle, you know. And yeah, I'm really just in love with that, and it's just how I like to live my life.
Yeah. It's a part of your life.
Yeah.
9 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Very long time.
That's almost a decade. That's crazy, bro.
It is. I always saw the vision of like where I wanted to go with it. I always saw the vision of what it could be when I started. I always knew that this is what I wanted to do. I think a lot of people may be like, oh, well, he's just riding with it still because, you know, you said he would. But no, this is really what I love to do, you know? And it's one of those things where, okay, yeah, of course, everyone wants to be successful as an artist and things like that. And we're getting there, you know? We're still improving, you know? We're working with big artists and we're doing big things, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know, I'm still just in the park dancing, you know? Like, things have changed, you know, times have changed. 9 years is a big thing, and I've dived into different parts of the industry. I've dived into choreography, you know, I've dived into freestyle, battles, just videos in general that we've shot together as well. So yeah, a lot of collabs, many things, you know, music videos. Yeah. The list goes on. The list really does go on. And I'm really excited to see where it goes this year. I think it's one of those things where if you're excited about something and you're excited to see where it goes, it's not necessarily gonna really get you anywhere with that mentality. This year, I'm here to take control. So for me, I really want to make something of this year rather than seeing, or how is this year gonna go? So I'm working on some major projects at the moment, just on the low. Not many people know about it. A lot of it's quite private, but people are gonna see it really soon. Like come summertime, like a lot of it's gonna be coming out. So I'm really pumped to be working on these things and just trying to have more of a business mindset towards the industry now, because once you put the work in, you know, you gotta You got to switch up, become the leader of it.
Yeah.
You know? Or a lot. So
no, 100%, 100,000,000%.
Yeah.
So I feel like, all right. So you're talking about stuff. You got things in the future coming. Like, let's just like bring it back a sec.
Yeah.
Like, so when 9 years ago, like, what was the process then? Like, how did you start, basically?
Do you want to say that again, bro? It's like I coughed, man. It's gonna sound bad.
Alright, yeah. So, fucking, let's bring it back a bit, though.
Yeah.
So, like, you said 9 years you've been doing this. What was the process like when you started? Like, how did you start?
So the process when I started, really, for me, in terms of the process, it wasn't really kind of something I'd say I woke up one day and I was like, I want to become a dancer. Because a lot of people do that, right? I think a lot of people, they're just like, they wake up one day and they're like, oh, damn, I really want to do this. But for me, it's kind of like, when I was in secondary school, I used to, do the, like, certain moves, like the Dougie, like, teach me how to Dougie, all of these, like, little, like, party moves, right? And thinking now, like, damn, back then, I was definitely made for hip-hop. Because, like, party moves are a huge thing in hip-hop. It's, like, such a big element in hip-hop, right? Because of the clubs and that. But it kind of trickled down, all these little things, all these little situations with dance. I had a few dance battles in school as well and things like that. And it kind of trickled down. At certain times, I would be in my room at night after school, and I would just be dealing with a lot of crap in school, and I would use dance to express myself, like my own voice. I wasn't so vocal when I was younger, so I would use that to kind of just kind of express who I am. So it was more like my voice, right, rather than it being like, oh, I wanna like do this, like it's some kind of, it's a kind of a process thing. No, it's not really a process thing. It was more just inside of me, and a way I could express myself in a way that felt right to me. So
So, like, dance for you was your language.
Yeah, in a sense it was my language. In a sense it was a way to express emotions that I couldn't sort of get out. It was a way for me to feel comfortable with who I was, because I wasn't very comfortable with who I was. I was very, like, to myself, and I was also very tense a lot, most days. Not very vocal. Didn't have much, like, self-esteem, things like that. Definitely changed that for me. I would say it's like my power. If anything, like, I'd say dance is more like my power. Like it just gives me something that just activates that spark inside of me.
I feel that.
I
feel that. So let's bring it forward a bit. Let's talk about, for those that don't know, like, me and Official Mixed Vibes, like, we started filming back in 2019. You can check the documentary that we filmed a few years ago now. Obviously we talked a bit in that as well.
2021, I believe that was. It was either
I think it was 2020, because I remember editing that during the first lockdown.
Okay.
Because that's when I actually had some time to do it.
Yeah.
No,
I think you're right. I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
So if you want to see the other one, go check that out as well. But just a quick brief recap. Like, we met in a park, basically. Yeah. Like, some rapper, like, obviously was like, yo, come film this thing. And then that's how it happened. Natural, like, on the spot. Like, that's how it is. And then we started filming.
Glad he called you.
Yeah. We started filming more solo projects.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously with the visual perspective podcast, we're talking about not only like, you know, the emotional side, but like the visual side as well. And like that is mainly what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's mainly been dance is a visual thing, isn't it? Like if we're thinking about it logistically.
Yeah, it's a visual thing, 100%. The way you portray your dance, you can definitely grasp certain story from it by, you know, what the artist is doing. However, you know, it's also a language in a sense, you know, and there are many aspects to dance. You know, what you dance to has a huge sort of influence on what you're talking about. If you're dancing to drill, you're going to be dancing... Chances are you're not going to be dancing very friendly. Let's put it that way.
You're going to be doing...
Yeah. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb. There we go.
D&D. Got the business calls.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, where were we?
Yo, okay. Yeah.
What were we talking? You were saying something.
Basically,
about...
what I was trying to say was, when it comes to certain like dance, right? Certain dances, you've got language, you've got, I would say, concepts. You know, like the concept could be literally just drinking, right? Or liquids, and then you could just. There's so many things that you can do to make your art interesting, right?
Yeah.
There's many things, but yeah, everyone's different. Everyone's got their own style. Everyone's unique in their own way. Yeah, for me, it's like I express myself in a way where I have a character. I grew up around like crumpers, right? Like when it comes to like my early days, when it comes to when I was training back in 2018, 2019, I was around crumpers, you know, and what's the most important thing to have is a character. And my character, I call him Isonado. This is, I don't know if you can see it, but on the back of my leg right here. Oh God! Sorry.
Fuck.
is the tornado right there? So yeah,
that's
okay.
Mad.
It's all good. It's all good.
My heart skipped a beat.
Jesus, it's all good, bro. It's all good. That was just a creak. It's all good, man. You're chilling.
Okay.
All right.
So we've done a lot together, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like that first video that slapped. A lot of people liked that, and then we did a few more.
Yeah.
Obviously, I feel like the next step was that one in College Green. Yeah. That's where we started doing spins and that.
Yeah, like circular movement.
A cinematic turn, if you may.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to show the video here so you actually know what I'm talking about. But that was lit.
Yeah.
Like that did bits, like 4,000 views.
It's almost at 5K now.
5,000 views.
Yeah, bro.
Like, obviously, that might not sound like a lot now.
It might not sound like a lot. Yeah.
But like back then...
It might not sound like a lot, yeah.
No. Like, obviously, this was back like 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, compared to all the other ones, like that was massively different.
That was massively,
yeah. Like, you know, all the comments.
It doesn't usually pop off like that. You see the views going up, but then it's like one of those things where you know it's organic reach because people are liking it. You know, you didn't promote it or anything. I think a lot of people, even on YouTube, you know, they be posting, they be promoting their video, 30,000 views, 10 likes, like.
Yeah, it's not real.
It's not real. It's not
real.
like. It's not right, you know. You want the people to be enjoying what they're watching. They don't want to just be watching something they're not interested in.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. 100%. So yeah, obviously that's all organic, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that? Obviously, after that, I think it was like we done a music video together, right?
Yeah. We did a music video together. It was your music video, bro. Actually.
Get loose.
Get loose.
Get loose.
Yeah.
Come on, get down, get loose.
Yeah. And that was at that time when I was pretty much finishing off at London. I was there for around 5-6 months working on choreography, just literally taking as many open classes as I could at Bass, Studio 68, the Hub Studios in Bethnal Green. Yeah, like those were the days where I was getting a lot of creative influence, and it really opened up my eyes. It's really interesting speaking about it right now because it really opened up my eyes to the point where I could see how far you could go with dance. And I thought I was like high, but then I saw, you know, these people, they're creating this amazing choreography every week, and I'm just like, damn, like I've still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And all that inspiration just hit me like a brick. And then one day I got a message from Luke, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he wants me to be a part of this music video. He wants me to dance in it. And I was like, okay, let's see what I can come up with. And I just had this inspiration to create a choreography. Obviously, it wasn't just Luke's song. It was his song, but he did feature Canon LG. So shout out him. Shout out the guy right there. He brought his own nice twist to it, and I created a choreography for the chorus and both of their verses.
Yeah, you done the whole song pretty much.
So I did the whole song, and I really enjoyed just creating on that. It was really interesting for me, especially, you know, because, you know, creating on a project like that was really a special thing to be able to gift that to a friend, you know what I mean? To a close friend. So yeah, I rate the result of the project as well. You did your thing. So come on. Big ups,
man. I appreciate that. Like, obviously that was a moment. That was nearly, bro, that'll be 2 years this year, which is crazy to me to think.
Yeah.
People still now talk about that song.
Yeah.
And obviously the dancing, that visually, like, that needed to happen. Like, you know, you can't make a song like that and not have someone skanking.
Yeah, it's a party vibe, you know?
Exactly.
You're like, you gotta get down, get loose, you know?
Yeah, all of that.
You wanna be feeling yourself, you know? Like,
all of that.
Yeah, I mean, you did it good, man. You had the whole space, nice area, you know, so like the location was dope. You had the dancer, you had the chicks, you had your friends, you know, you had the Grey Goose.
The Grey Goose.
Yeah.
Nothing but,
yeah.
I mean, like, you know, it's like we've been to parties before, and we've just danced, innit?
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
So really, that's just recreating that vibe.
But just at a bit of a different.
Yeah, obviously, like cinematically and like.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, I mean,
4K edits.
Yeah, I mean, if you put it into perspective, though, you know, when you're doing these kinds of bigger projects, you know, higher budget, you know, it's not just like a random location at a house, you know, having fun, chilling, vibing. This is what we do, man. So if you want to whip up some magic, we're gonna do it just right, you know. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't long after that you managed to get another job in London, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty much at the end of summer, and that was literally the same around the same time when I was, pretty much like sort of done with London, like completely. Not to the point where I'd, you know, not go back there to train, but, you know, not really plan on moving back there. And that was that's sort of where the story of London ended. But my friend Leanne ended up messaging me, and she was like, "Hey David, I've got this shoot. It's gonna be, in a week or so, and I want you to be a part of it. Do you want me to get in touch with the producer so she can give you the details?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. That sounds good. That sounds great. I'm down. I'm always trying to network and things like that." And then, fast forward, I think later on that day, this girl called Nada, like say Nada, that's her Instagram. Shout out Nada, messaged me, and she sent me all the details over. Was to the producer. He was helping, like the co-producer or whatever you want to call it. That guy's number. She sent me all the details for the timings and everything. And yeah, I said, yeah, I'll definitely pull through. So fast forward, I think it was like almost a week later. I was like, yeah, let's get it, I hopped on the National Express, headed to East London, and yeah, well, I just pull up to this massive warehouse, and I walk in, and it's all these lights, everything's looks so cinematic, all this space, and yeah, I sit down, and I pretty much just like chilling with all these other dancers, artists. It's a nice vibe. Everything's top notch, Got my friend Leanne there. Shout out Leanne. You're the real G. You're the goat for that. And then yeah, we're just chilling. All of a sudden, who walks in? Some random guy, like African guy. He's got shades on. He's got the grey hoodie. All of that looks like he's just chilling, vibing. Turns out this guy's Idris Elba.
Shut the front door.
Yeah,
man. No way.
yeah. And then...
God, you were setting us up for that one.
But the crazy thing is, I've heard of this guy, but because he had shades on and everything, I didn't recognize him. So I was like, damn, like, is this like the brother of the artist or something? I literally said that to one of the girls. Like, she was like, bro, like, it's Idris, man. Like, Idris is the artist. So yeah, that was basically how it was. We ended up shooting the video, and one of the shots, Idris started like a mosh pit, and everyone jumped in, and mate, it was vibes. It was absolute vibes. Like, had a great time, and was putting a lot of the shots. Like, really grateful for Idris to see, my talent at the time. I don't know how that's changed now, but at the time, I think I was definitely in a really solid place as a dancer, considering I was training relentlessly. Like, every week I was there in all these classes. But yeah, that was a story.
So what... I mean, that is mad, bro. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I seen your progression from, the parks.
Yeah.
Up until now, Idris Elba. Bro, like, that must have been a crazy experience. Like, it sounds like it from what you've just said.
Yeah.
I think people would find interesting is, like, what's it like? What's Idris like as a person? And, like, what's it like working with him?
The thing I liked about Idris is that he walked in the room and everyone's eyes just shifted to him. But it wasn't like the kind of vibe where he was just like, ooh, nonchalant, like, like, look at me. Nah, he was more so humble than anything. He definitely came across as like this guy, just kind of, he was just like a dad, like, to them, to all of us. It seemed like he was because he's older now, I think he's in his 40s or 50s, and he was just so charismatic. He had such a charismatic appeal on everybody, It just rubbed off on us, and everyone was in a good vibe. Like, the way he the way he created the vibe in the room, it's like only like real artists can do that. They just know, you know. And he definitely had that effect on us, and we all had a great time. Shout out to Idris, man. Like humble, really talented, multi-talented, and just overall incredible individual, man. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, that's sick to hear, man. Like, it's good to hear when you meet people like that you know, they're humble and they're not like pushy or, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a mad experience. What I want to know now, and I think what everyone else wants to know, what are these projects you're teasing, bro? Like, what's coming up?
The projects. Whoa. I would say I'm gonna have to leave my YouTube channel just here right now. So yeah, my YouTube channel is Official Mixed Vibes, and I'm working on projects at the moment for the Mazzoline series. So we've just shot episode 3, and that's going to be releasing next week. So I'm really excited as well for that. I've also got a few mini projects here and there. However, I do have one major project that is coming out, and let's just say I've got some dancers on it. It's going to be more so choreography this time. And I don't want to say too much because this is quite a big thing and is a huge sort of jump for me as an artist.
Yeah.
And I just think that if I spill the beans too much, like when it comes out, it's just not going to hit you like I want it to hit you. So I'm going to leave the rest sort of covered up. But yeah.
Just let them know it's coming.
This space,
exactly.
Man. That's what's up.
So, but the Mazzoline stuff, some of that's already out, yeah?
Yeah, episode 1 and 2 is already out.
So what, like, for those that don't know, what actually is Mazzoline?
Okay, so Mazzoline, like, the definition of Mazzoline or like Mazza just means doing crazy things. Like something that you did which was crazy. Like he's doing up Mazza, like he's doing crazy stuff, right? For me, you know, I think in anything in life, if you don't risk anything, you're not going to gain any confidence. So for me, the overall sort of Mazzoline experience that I do with my friend Milano, shout out Milano, we do these things because we want to obviously entertain you guys, which is the most important thing for us. But at the same time, we also want to build our confidence, build our social skills, and yeah, just grow as artists or just, you know, individuals as well. Like it's not really as artists, I would say. I think it's more so just your social sort of areas. And yeah, we go around, we do challenges, we do dares, we do rizz ups and things like that with chicks. And it's just a lot of fun. And we end up doing stuff that we wouldn't normally do in public, but because it's on video and we're doing it together and we're doing the same thing pretty much, it feels normal.
Yeah.
You know, because you have that social proof. If I was just doing it randomly in public, it would look really crazy.
No, of course.
So yeah, that's kind of just how I see it. But that's basically it, really. Yeah.
I think that's pretty much your whole story, isn't it? Like, obviously, roughly, there's obviously details within there that we don't need to necessarily go into now.
No.
Let them wanting more.
Yeah.
So, if you want to know more, let them know, like, what's your Instagram? Where can they follow you in that?
So yeah, you can follow me on @OfficialMixedVibes for Instagram. And on YouTube, it's the same as well. It's OfficialMixedVibes. Yeah, I'm gonna be super active on YouTube this year, and it's a huge thing for me because I feel more like I'm a storyteller rather than someone who's just posting clips here and there. And YouTube is perfect for that. So it is important to do what you love to do, and creating content that is based around what you love to do will keep you going for the long run. So that's just the way I sort of process my future at the moment. So yeah.
And I think on that note, I think that's been the Visual Perspective Podcast. I've been CMHD. This has been Official Mixed Vibes. And we'll see you on the next one.